what's going on, guys? I think it's almost midnight and I'm still awake.
We stand on the opposite shore. Hello,
I kind of knew that this was going to happen, when you eat too late at night, right before bed. Not a good thing.
I look for the things I don't know.
Well, here I am. I got a story for you if you guys want to stick around. I'm in DC right now, just taking a short break from Miami. I planned this trip, like about a month ago, but I couldn't cancel the ticket at the very last minute, which I can totally understand. About a week ago, I had a major acute onset of gout that attacked my big toe since I had bunions, so that didn't help. And that also attacked my second and third metatarsal with just really bad crystal buildup, I guess. I had to take medicine on Friday, and it has been a few days. Foot felt a lot better, but still not so much mobility, can't walk around and all that stuff. But kind of glad I came though. A nice break from hot Miami to some cool climate here in Washington, D.C. I always loved the city. I used to work here for a short time during the pandemic. And just having a relaxing time. Staying at the Royal Sonesta Hotel on P Street, Northwest, close to Pont Circle. And, well, something about this hotel, I got to tell you, is the best hotel so far that I've stayed. It's not too expensive, it's not cheap either, but the room is very well appointed, and it's all the things that you need. But the most striking thing about it is the sheer size of the room is huge, with huge windows and pretty nice bathroom, and also most importantly, the whole facility is very clean and everybody seems to be really nice. So I have one more day tomorrow left. Just to run around the city. Well, basically running around the city is taking Uber since I can't really walk. So, me being a shopaholic, just walking around the Connecticut Avenue, and there are a whole bunch of shops there. So I stopped over on Cloud Store. Wasn't planning on buying any sneakers or anything like that, but I guess that's one problem that I have. I always find excuses to buy things even though I don't need them. I already got a good pair of Nikes that works pretty good for my problematic foot, but I went in anyway, and that was a bad call. So the short end of the story is I bought a pair of shoes. But so I wore it for a little bit. I walked a few blocks and it started hurting my foot. So, but I know I'll be fine. I'm gonna keep it and maybe get to use it once my foot is fully healed. So now it's like it's like 11:37 p.m. I'm still wide awake. As always, I have problems sleeping, and I guess after I take a shower, then maybe that ought to help me a little bit. So I'm sorry, I'm just talking in random because I'm trying to get used to listening to my own voice, and also trying to talk without text. I don't want to write an essay or read from an essay, but this is also a problem for me because if I knew I had an audience or somebody listening to what I'm saying, I get really nervous, and most of the time, normally I can put 2 words out, but today being the first day, and I think I'm kind of sort of doing okay, but I'm still trying to find my voice. And kind of odd because your morning voice, your afternoon voice, and your PM voice is totally different. I don't know whether it's because of the weather or because towards the end of the day you're a bit worn out, so your voice is a little bit deeper. So maybe I should just do the podcast at night. What do you guys think? Other than that, why I'm doing this podcast? Well, for one thing, I'm technologically challenged. I'm not very good with electronics, even though I got quite a few of them. And doing this podcast, and it requires a little bit of know-how to get around. You got to find a host. You got the recording and music and this and that. You got to buy the proper speaker in order to execute it well enough that people will actually listen. So now I'm at a stage where I'm still learning, and I'm just shooting in the dark pretty much, hopefully you guys don't mind it, and if I say something and start cussing or whatnot, just ignore it. I tend to do that sometimes. And also when there are people around, usually I get very nervous and tongue-tied, and I just can't put two words out. All of this, and I'll tell you the reason why one day, I guess when I'm back in Miami or tomorrow. It's the story is very long, and this journey through my podcast is going to be about me coming to terms with my past, my present, and hopefully my future would be better, and for the lack of a better word. I mean, I'm pretty happy now. I'm very content. I don't have a whole lot to complain. I enjoy where I work. I enjoy where I live. But, you can't win all around. There are concessions that you got to give and take. You got to compromise and just be grateful. And I don't really want to start complaining, because once you start complaining, you're going to get the ball rolling, and then you're going to complain, one thing after the other, and then later you realize, be like, oh crap, you're just getting out of hand, all the bad stuff coming out. But life is not really that difficult. You just have to take it with a grain of salt and always try to find a way to get out of a difficult situation. Always try to look at things happening as a lesson, as the universe trying to tell you something, and kind of go from there. Or try to find an outlet or something to do in order not to be so engrossed in things that are bothering you. So I'm talking like I'm talking to you, but I'm actually talking to myself. So yeah. No, I think I'm rambling a little bit too much now. So I'm gonna let you guys go. Hope you guys have a good night. Sleep well. And hopefully tomorrow I have a better structured content, so I don't go into tangent and talk about things that don't make no sense. And also my podcast will be bilingual on I'm planning on doing a podcast maybe twice a week, 1 week in English and the other week in English as well as in Bahasa for my Malaysian audience, so that I can also keep my heart close to home, where I came from, Malaysia, a small town up north of the peninsula of Malaysia called Perlis, in the city of Kangar, which is actually a small town. I wouldn't even call it a city, but it's a very peaceful, quiet little town, and I'm kind of glad it stays the same way, since everywhere else in Malaysia is urbanized so fast. I'll tell you more about my hometown, but for tonight, I'm going to stop right here, because I'm kind of all over the place right now. So you guys probably going to, shut me off in a couple seconds, so I might bow here and bid you good night. So you guys sleep well. Thanks for listening to my rambling, and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.